All right, let's just get right into it. Have you ever walked out to your pool pad in the morning only to be hit by that screaming, high-pitched whine of a completely dry pool pump? It's incredibly frustrating, right? Not to mention, it's honestly a little terrifying for the life of your equipment. Well, in this explainer, we are tackling that exact headache. We're going to master DIY pool pump troubleshooting, specifically zeroing in on how to fix prime loss and hunt down those pesky, totally invisible air leaks that are robbing your system of its power.
So you might be staring at your equipment right now just thinking, why is my pool pump dry? It's so easy to feel this sheer panic when you look down, see an empty basket, and hear the loud, bubbling struggle of a pump that is literally starved for water. But hey, take a deep breath. Before you pick up the phone and drop serious cash on a professional service call, just know we've got a methodical triage plan that you can totally execute yourself.
Think about this for a second because it brilliantly illustrates the core issue we're facing today. Imagine you're drinking through a straw. Now, imagine someone pokes a hole in the side of that straw. That captures exactly how an air leak operates. Your pump is trying its hardest to draw water from the pool, but an active air leak is just working right against it. It replaces all your pump's water-pulling force with useless air, which completely destroys the pump's capacity to actually move water.
Here is our diagnostic roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The invisible pool pump enemy. 2. Prime loss versus low flow. 3. Quick and easy DIY checks. 4. Fixing overnight prime drain. 5. Pro tricks for hidden leaks. And 6. When to call a pro. We're going to move systematically from the absolute easiest fixes all the way down to the most hidden culprits.
Okay, part 1. The invisible pool pump enemy. Let's establish exactly where our battlefield is.
The terminology here is super important. We need to talk about the suction side. This is the plumbing and equipment starting at your pool, your main drain and skimmer, and running all the way up to the front of your pump's impeller. I really want to emphasize that the suction side is the critical zone for our troubleshooting. Why? Because water is being pulled here. That means any tiny gap, crack, or faulty seal will suck air in, rather than spraying a visible puddle of water out. That right there is what makes these leaks so invisible and so frustrating to find.
Moving on to part 2, prime loss versus low flow.
Look, it's absolutely crucial to accurately diagnose the symptoms you're experiencing before you just go randomly buying and replacing parts. Notice the distinct contrast between true prime loss and just low flow. If you have true prime loss, you're going to see air filling the pump basket, the basket will drain completely when shut off, and you'll see continuous bubbles shooting out of your return jets. On the flip side, if your basket stays completely full of water but you just have weak return pressure, you likely just have a low flow issue, which often means you literally just have a dirty filter cartridge that needs a good hose down. You've got to know which battle you're actually fighting.
All right, part 3, quick and easy DIY checks.
If you've confirmed that you are indeed dealing with prime loss, always start with the absolute simplest environmental checks first, well before you even touch your toolbox. These are incredibly basic, but they save so much time. First up, check your pool's water level. If the water drops below the skimmer opening, your pump is literally just sucking air from the atmosphere. Next, empty your skimmer and pump baskets of leaves and gunk, ensure all your suction valves are fully open, and tighten up any flexible hose clamps. Oh, and if your pump housing is completely dry, drop a garden hose right into the pump for a couple of minutes to fill the housing and lines before you try turning it on again.
Let's use a quick cheat sheet to map out what we're seeing. If you're completely unable to prime, you want to look for a blocked impeller or maybe a closed valve. If you lose prime right after manually filling it, you're dealing with a pretty severe air leak. And here's a really critical distinction. Seeing a few bubbles in your return jets right on startup, totally normal as the pump purges air. But if you're getting constant, continuous bubbling, it means there's an active air leak fighting the pump and replacing your water volume with useless air.
Part 4. Fixing overnight prime drain. Let's stop that morning headache.
We really need to shift our focus to a very specific and highly annoying nightmare. The pump runs perfectly fine all day while it's on, right? But then it loses its prime completely overnight while it sits idle. The crucial thing here is understanding the physics. When the pump shuts off, the pulling force stops. If your equipment pad sits even slightly above the pool's water line, gravity is constantly working against you. The very second that pump turns off, gravity wants to pull that entire column of water back down into the pool. If there's even the tiniest air leak, it breaks the vacuum seal, letting air rush in, and bam, the water drains completely out of the pump basket by morning.
When we break down the most common culprits for this, you've got to see this massive 60% slice. The vast majority of these overnight draining headaches are caused by one cheap, incredibly simple piece of rubber, the pump lid O-ring. After that, 20% are valves and unions, 15% are check valves, and thankfully, only about 5% are the dreaded underground leaks. So honestly, the the odds are heavily in your favor for a really quick, cheap DIY fix.
So let's knock out that 60% chunk right now. Here are the 4 steps to fix your O-ring. Step 1, thoroughly wipe the lid groove completely clean of any sand or grit. Step 2, inspect the O-ring for dry rot, cracks, or flat spots. Honestly, if it looks flat at all, just replace it. Step 3, apply a pool-safe silicone lubricant. And please listen closely here, never, ever use petroleum jelly, like Vaseline. It will literally degrade the rubber over time. Finally, step 4, seat it evenly and snug the lid by hand. Do not over-tighten the lid with tools, or you're going to warp the threads and create a brand new leak.
Moving right down the list of culprits, we've got check valves. These use a really simple rubber flap and spring to block water from flowing backward. They are absolutely essential for equipment pads that are elevated above the pool. If your check valve's internal rubber degrades or the spring gets weak, water will just drain right back through it the moment the pump shuts down. The great news? You usually don't even have to cut any pipes to fix this. You can often just unscrew the clear cover and drop in a brand new internal flap assembly. Super easy.
Part 5. Pro tricks for hidden leaks. Now, what happens when basic visual inspections just aren't cutting it? It's time to break out the pro tricks. First up is the shaving cream method. It's cheap, it's easy, and it gives you a flawless visual identifier. With the pump off, generously lather standard foam shaving cream all around your PVC joints, valve ports, and seams. Then turn the pump on. Because this is a suction leak pulling air inward, it's going to pull the shaving cream inward too. If you look closely at the foam, you'll see a highly visible, concave dimple form exactly where your invisible air leak is hiding. It's almost like magic.
Now, if you don't want a shaving cream mess all over your pipes, try the smoke method. With the pump running, light an incense stick, or even a cigar if that's your thing. Hold the smoking end just an inch or 2 away from all the various seams of your suction side plumbing. If an air leak is there, it is so satisfying to watch that vertical column of smoke suddenly bend and get sucked right into a faulty valve or union. Just a quick heads up though, definitely do not attempt this on a windy day, or the results will be completely impossible to read. Or you can try this next trick, which leverages the system's own pressure against it. It's called the ear test. When the pump is running, a ton of pressure builds up inside that large filter tank. The very second you turn the pump off, that built-up pressure tries to force its way back out through the path of least resistance, which, you guessed it, is often your air leak. So turn the pump off and immediately put your ear right next to the plumbing. You can often hear a really distinct hissing sound as the pressurized air forces its way back out of that tiny crack or bad O-ring.
Finally, Part 6. When to call a pro. Knowing your limits.
As much as we all love a good DIY victory, we have to talk about the boundaries of when to just put the tools down so you don't cause severe equipment damage. Please pay attention to these red flags. If you suspect the leak is in the underground plumbing, if you see a physical crack in the main pump housing, or if you encounter any weird electrical issues like a motor that just hums but won't start, a burning electrical smell, or a pump that repeatedly trips your GFCI breaker, stop immediately. These aren't simple prime loss issues anymore. They're serious electrical or mechanical failures, and you absolutely need a qualified professional.
To put things into perspective, keep this number in mind, 8 to 10. A well-maintained pool pump should easily last you 8 to 10 years. But if you just ignore air leaks and let your pump repeatedly run dry and overheat, you are going to drastically cut that lifespan short. You will literally cook the internal seals of the pump. Fixing a cheap O-ring today for a few bucks saves you from buying a very, very expensive new motor tomorrow.
So what does this all mean for you? Are you ready to tackle that cracked straw and reclaim your pool's water pressure? You've got the methodical checklist, you've got the shaving cream, and you've got the silicone lube to find and fix those invisible leaks. But it does kind of make you wonder, if a tiny $5 O-ring can completely shut down your entire pool system, what other hidden maintenance traps are just lurking out there in your backyard? Don't let an empty pump basket intimidate you. Get out there and master your system. Thanks for joining this explanator, and we'll catch you on the next one.